Howdy, folks. It's Doodly Squatch here. I just ate a whole thin crust pepperoni pizza, and it's time for a video. So, here we go. So, today's drawing is another challenge from Draw Me a Robot. Good old Eric. And the challenge came from a fellow artist named Major Crimes Division, and his idea was to do a pumpkin robot. So this was an easy one for me, given my kids' obsession with pumpkins and all things pumpkin. A little bit of squirt, sponsor. And so I decided to do a pumpkin robot. So my son's creation, but as a robot. And trying to get all the fun mechanical bits showing and make it really robot-y. But anyways, just, this was a fun one to experiment with. I think I end up moving a lot of things around. But I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Hope everyone's Halloween planning is going well and that you got your costumes ready and all that jazz. Yeah, I've got a few more spooky drawings that I'll share probably throughout November, because not much happens in November. I don't care much for Thanksgiving. There's a good rant for you. I've never been one. I don't really like turkey, and the best part of Thanksgiving for me is the gravy and the funeral potatoes, that sort of thing. Even though I know funeral potatoes isn't a normal Thanksgiving tradition, it is for me. And we usually do Thanksgiving with my folks. So, there's turkey and ham and stuff like that. So, but were I be doing it, I wouldn't do turkey probably. I don't know. And then when it comes to like Christmas and things, I feel like too many holidays have ham as their like preferred dish, and I don't like ham. And I've had some good hams. My dad smokes some mean ham, but I just I don't know. I'm not into it. So, but yeah, I'm like, we need more holidays with like steak or crab or something. I know that's a big ask, but oh, excuse me, goodness gracious. But I don't know. I'd like a little more diversity, I guess, with my holiday meals. It feels like, Easter and Christmas and at least two other holidays that I can't remember involve ham. I love, corned beef is great for St. Patrick's Day. Corned beef and cabbage is awesome. It makes for interesting evenings after, but yeah, I don't know. It's that fun time of year where it's just kind of a big flume ride of holidays, and me working retail, it's it's a bit much, but I've been doing it so long that it's not too bad of a thing. I don't worry too much about it. But it is always interesting to see people getting frantic with their shopping and stuff like that. Some people really go whole hog and others don't. I think Halloween is kind of the last one that I get really involved in, and then I'm pretty chill for the rest of the year. Christmas is more my wife's thing. She takes care of a lot of the getting the gifts and wrapping them and things like that. I love decorating the house for that time. That's fun. My kids really enjoyed the lights. We wrap lights around our trees outside and light them up, and they get to pick what color they want to have them, on different days. So that's always fun. And then it's starting to get cold, so I get to bust out all my groovy coats. I love me a good trench coat or a hoodie. I've got a hoodie I've been working on for a while with a bunch of patches on it, and it's pretty snazzy. But yeah, I like the winter time. I like when it starts getting cool out, and because I run warm, I'm a big warm boy, big old warm boy. So I need me something to cool off with. But spent some time today setting up a new Instagram account just called Doodly Squatch, like this channel, so I can start posting things on there as well. If sitting around listening to me rabble for 11 minutes is too much, then you can just check out my art on there. There's links to my TeePublic where you can get shirts and stickers and all that good stuff. I'm pretty happy with how it turns out. I've purchased a lot of things through TeePublic. They're pretty good. But yeah, pumpkins. We all sat down and carved some pumpkins the other night. My editor, he carved a pumpkin that looked like Monstro from Binding of Isaac. So that was pretty cool. He and I have a great love for Edmund McMillan and all he does, and my boy's super stoked for Mugenics. He's been just frothing at the mouth for the last few years, and it's cute because I've been waiting for it since like 2012. And, but yeah, and let's see what else did we carve. My youngest Ivan did kind of a generic sharp tooth pumpkin using like toothpicks to stick the teeth in, and made it all snazzy. My brother and his boy, my nephew, they did a Two-Face, like classic Two-Face from the old Batman animated series, and that one turned out really good. It's pretty nifty. But that we didn't have a ton of pumpkins, so I didn't carve one. I'm fine. I've carved many a pumpkin, and they're never as good as my kids, or my wife always knocks it out of the park. She always makes really good pumpkins. Yay, my wife. Woo! And then, went on a trip. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, went on our trip. We went to the Museum of Puppetry, or the Center for Puppetry Arts or something like that in Atlanta, Georgia. Had a blast. It was a good time. My daughter and I brought our own puppets with us and took pictures with all the puppets we found, and a lot of neat things. There was puppets from Dark Crystal and Sesame Street. They had puppets from all over the world, old puppets. Really neat, like shadow puppets from like Japan and those areas. I was stoked to see Gonzo and Rolf and a bunch of the Muppets that I like, and they had Fraggle Rock, they had Labyrinth, just all that good stuff. In the evening, my wife and I and my dad, we went and saw a adult puppet show called the Ghastly Dreadfuls. It was really good. It was super good. They used different kinds of like marionettes and puppets like that, and sang songs and told stories. They had like a old like traditional Japanese story one with those sort of puppets and just all sorts of stuff. It was neat. A lot of fun characters. And what was really fun for my daughter and I was being able to get kind of up close to these puppets that we've seen on TV and see how imperfect they are. Like they're not. It's not the tightest seams. It's not the cleanest edges. They're messy, and that made us feel really good about our puppets, because sometimes you're putting together a puppet and you're like, man, this guy looks rough, or just he's not gorgeous like the high budget kind of puppets you see on TV. But it was really encouraging to see how simple you could make a puppet, or like how the eyes were made, or just organization of parts. My daughter's been she's got a fire under her now, so she's been going through her room and gathering all her materials and organizing them and putting them in boxes so she knows how to get them. And so, hey, that's great. And then we also went to a pretty fun aquarium and a botanical garden. Lots of pretty things there. Saw some historical stuff. We got to see the mansion from Hunger Games that President Snow was in. It's called the Swan House, I think. But that was really cool. That was, just a lot of ridiculous attention to detail. And then the guy who built the home also had a huge collection of china, so they had that in the basement. So we went and checked that out. And yeah, I don't know. It was a good time. Very nice to get out, get into a different state. My kids had never flown before, so that was kind of fun, seeing them fly and not freak out. And I didn't get an extra pat down when I went through security, which is unusual. So both times they checked my boots, which is kind of amusing. That made me laugh. But otherwise, it was smooth sailing. Not a bad time. Flying was good. I fit in planes still, which is nice. And I brought my Switch along and played a bunch of Hollow Knight. So so that was great. But yeah, white outline, finishing this here doodle. Here comes the race. I really didn't know what to do with the background. It's kind of funny with my new computer and drawing new things on it. I have an updated version of Manga Studio. I'm using Clip Studio, and there's just little things different, and it's driving me crazy. I sat down and meticulously copied over the palette from Manga Studio 5 over to Clip Studio, so I finally have that. So hopefully my next few drawings are a bit more well put together and more my usual color style. I was struggling with the sort of palette wheel, being colorblind, trying to figure out what the heck I'm looking at. So you'll see on my next video. But anywho, thanks for joining me. Appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. Tell me what you want to see me draw, or just call me names. I don't know. Anywho, thanks a lot.